G'day and welcome to Drive Time. And today I want to chat to you about something that I was 16 years old when I was taught this, and pretty sure it changed the course of my life. And so maybe if you're young, or if you got someone young that you should be tagging to show this to, let's share it. Because if you learn this one simple statement that, I guess it took my mentor many years of his life to learn this thing, but I was lucky enough at 16 to learn it, and therefore put on a path to success at a much younger age than most people. In fact, I was put on the path to success when the local Rotary Club ran a program called RYLA, the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. And my best friend at school, Glenn, and I both won it, thanks to Len Summers, my friend Jody's dad. He nominated us for it, and we went in and we both won the award. You should only have one person win, but we got sent away for a week-long training on success. When I got back from that, I just had this yearn to learn. I wanted to continuously grow and just kept reading and studying. And I think that's when I first read How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich, all those books. And then I went to a seminar with Jim Rohn, E. James Rohn. And Mr. Rohn, an absolute genius. He's passed now, rest in peace. But Mr. Rohn was one of the best of the best. And he taught me this thing about success. Hey, thanks for typing in where you're at. I appreciate that. Good to see where we're going on today's drive. But what Mr. Rohn said, and it struck me at the time, but I didn't realize just how much it would affect or change the course of my life, my career. And that is this. In fact, he made three statements. I'll go through all three of them. But the first one he said, which was just phenomenally powerful to me, was never wish your life were easier, wish that you were better. And if you write that down, because I typed it up, put it on big thing, put it on my wall, and I was 16 years old with this massive sign saying, never wish your life were easier, wish that you were better. It's like never wish sales were easier, wish you were better at sales. Never wish leadership was easier or business was easier. Just get better at it. As you get better, it gets easier. And that's where, it struck me that the number of people who don't want to grow and don't want to learn and don't keep focused on that, and that's why Mr. Rohn backed it up. He made a second statement that was just as powerful, but he said, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Now, I didn't really get it at that time because I was still at school, but, as I've gotten older and realized that if I keep working on me, everything gets easier. If I work on me, the whole world keeps getting easier. As long as I keep studying, and if you keep studying, you keep growing, you keep reading, you keep learning, you keep doing the online courses, coming back for drive time even, the more you keep learning, the more you keep working on you. And then it was the same for me. The more I work on me, the better off I got. The better I got at things, the easier things became for me. It was just one of those things that 16-year-old blinding flash of the obvious. The third thing Mr. Rohn said, now I had a fourth one, I had one of mine to it. The third thing Mr. Rohn said, I ran down to him after the seminar. I was 16 years old, Brisbane City Town Hall. I ran down to Mr. Rohn and I said, Mr. Rohn, would you sign my notes? And he was signing my notes, and I'd taken really good notes, even though my handwriting was still messy as a kid. And I asked him a question. I said, what's the one thing I can do to guarantee I'll be successful? Because I wanted to guarantee. I'm that way thinker, and I don't know about you, but I love guaranteed success. And he looked me dead in the eye and he said, son, it's very, very simple, in his Midwestern drawl. He said, son, it's very, very simple. All you got to do is read a book a week for the rest of your life. Not a book a month, a book every 2 weeks, but a book a week for the rest of your life. And it was like, well, I can do that. That was my thinking, was I can definitely do that. I'm already at school. I already read a bunch, so I could do this. That's not difficult. And so I did. I started reading a book a week, and I continued on. Several thousand books later, here we are. And if you can outlearn me, you can out-earn me. It's no more complex than that. But if you don't learn, you're just not going to get there. And that's the number of people that think they can make their dreams and goals a reality, watch that drive time from a few days ago, without growing is crazy. And so I'll add a fourth point to Mr. Rohn's 3. Never wish your life were easier. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And read a book a week for the rest of your life. By the way, at 31, I got to be the opening act for Mr. Rohn. There was 5,000 people in the Sydney Convention Center. There was me and Jim Rohn. I think Brian Tracy was on the bill. Alan Peace was on the bill. And I took my notes into the green room from when I was 16. I showed them to Mr. Rohn, and he looked at the notes and he said, "Wow, that's amazing. It's good to have you here. Please call me Jim." And I said, "Yes, Mr. Rohn." Because some people earn the right to be Mr. When there's a mentor of that caliber, they earn the right to be Mr. So I'll add one more thing to what Jim said, and that is this. I think that your number one job in life is you. You are your number one job. You becoming the best version of you possible is your number one job. If you can become the best you have great relationships, you have great health, you have great family time, you have great business, you have great wealth. If you become the best version of you possible. So put the time and energy in to build the best version of you, plan the best version of you, know what the best version of you is. Do all the study. If you haven't done my 30X Life, you got to do it. There's the online one, which you can join the membership, and then there's the 2-day live course you can do if you want to come and do that. But I'll make sure the team puts some links in below in the comments so that you can have access to both of those. But keep studying, not just mine. Go back and find all Jim Rohn's books. Find all the great books of history on personal development. Go back and read Wallace D. Wattles. Yeah, if you don't know who Wallace D. Wattles is, you should look that one up too. There's some great teachers out there, and you just got to find them and keep studying them. And they've all written books or put tape courses together. Not tapes anymore, obviously. But that's what I started with. And that's how I got to where I got to. So if you want to get there, as Mr. Rohn said, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And as you get better, life gets easier. Everything gets easier as you get better. Anyway, take care. Talk to you soon. What's your biggest lesson? Type it in. Biggest lesson of the day. What is it? Type it in right now.